Hello, hi everyone. Uh, Hello, hi everyone. Uh, Thank you so much for joining on a Christmas morning. A Merry Christmas to each one of you. How are you, sir? How are you doing? Yes, sir. So I think आज हमारे साथ केतन सर हैं. केतन सर is leading us in terms of mutual fund advisory business. So I think बहुत लोगों को जिनको नहीं पता. So I think this webinar is all about mutual fund advisory that we have launched on our platform, and this is one of a kind because I think बहुत सारे customers ने हमें request किया हुआ था कि सर हप्पा का stock का है, future का है, option का है, commodity का है, mutual fund का कब आ रहा है. I think here we are with uh, uh, mutual fund की advisory के ऊपर. So that's primarily the intent for the day. I think before beginning the intent of the day, I think मैं अपने users को बताना चाहता हूँ जो हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं, ठीक है? So guys, आज हमारी क्रिसमस सेल का सबसे बड़ा ऑफर है. हमारी क्रिसमस सेल का सबसे बड़ा ऑफर है. हमारी क्रिसमस में सेल में आज हर हर प्लान पे बड़ा बड़ा ऑफर है क्योंकि ये क्रिसमस है. सो आई थिंक ईयर एंड सेल है, सब कुछ है. तो आई थिंक वी आर गिविंग एट द बेस्ट ऑफर्स. कमोडिटीज पे, बास्केट्स पे 12 मंथ फ्री है 6 मंथ के साथ. आप अगर हमारे प्रो सुपर, प्रो लाइट, प्रो अल्फा ये सारे प्लान्स लेंगे उस पे 9 मंथ फ्री है. हेवी डिस्काउंट्स है. हमारे गोल्ड का प्लान जिससे ऑल ऐप एक्सेस कहते हैं वो भी एक काफी रीजनेबल रेट पे है. अगर मैं आपको बताऊं, जस्ट इमेजिन करिए प्रो गोल्ड 10,999 पे है, 11,000 का 10,999 पे, लेस देन 1,000 रुपी पर मंथ. मतलब इट इज अ माइंड ब्लोइंग प्राइस. सो वो आज हमारे सारे यूजर्स के लिए है. 6 मंथ पे 12 मंथ फ्री ऑन बास्केट्स एंड कमोडिटीज. Pro plans पे 9 month free on 6 month. This is Christmas sale. This is biggest sale live right now. The massive sale going on and mutual fund advisory. And just to give you all a view, हमारे बहुत सारे यूजर्स ने पूछा था म्यूचुअल फंड एडवाइजरी तो आ गई है सर, उसमें 1 साल का ही प्लान है, लॉयल्टी वाला प्लान कब आएगा जो आपका रिन्यूअल नेक्स्ट 4 years पे 99 रुपीज का रहता है. सर तो आज वो प्लान लॉन्च हो गया. एमएफ लॉयल्टी हैज बीन लॉन्च. वी हैव लॉन्च एमएफ लॉयल्टी. Loyalty plans have been launched, and that's the biggest Christmas gift for all our customers. I think a quick introduction. Ketan sir spearheads the advisory part of our uni apps, which is our mutual fund business. So I think welcome Ketan sir to a very Christmas. I think आपने Santa वाला gift हमारे customers को दे दिया है. I think loyalty दे दिया है. आज एमएफ के बारे में हम अपडेट्स भी दे रहे हैं. So I think it's a blessing that everything is going as we say a Merry Christmas. So Merry Christmas to all. So I think Ketan sir, over to you. I think आज का टॉपिक भी बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग आपने चूज किया. 20 lakhs to 1 crore in next 10 years. सर आई थिंक इसके लिए तो हम सब चाहेंगे अपना टाइम देना. So I would request each and every member who has joined, please join us till late, because this webinar is not only just for just to saying from our end. ये आपके लर्निंग के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा एंड दिस विल इवेंचुअली हेल्प यू. आज जितने म्यूचुअल फंड वाले हैं आज वो उनको और भी ज्यादा बेटर इंफॉर्मेशन मिल पाएगी. So thank you so much. Mutual fund advisory launched on our app. Loyalty plan launched on our app. Buy it now. Early bird offer closing soon. Ketan sir, over to you,
Yes.
sir.
Thank you so much, Himanshu, and wishing everybody a very Merry Christmas. Himanshu, one point that you touched upon very importantly is now that we have everything. And secondly, the point is since we are at the year end, it is a very good time of reflection as to how your finances have done through the year and what you can do over the next year or maybe next 5 years or next 10 years. Finance में सबसे जरूरी बात क्या होती है? It's not about what is going to happen now, next 1 year, next 2 years. Even if you have a 10-year outlook, you can plan and go according to that, and that makes real wealth, which is why I have chosen this topic, how to turn 20 lakhs into 1 crore plus over next 10 years with mutual funds. So before getting into depth of it, a lot of people have a lot of confusion कि बहुत सारे म्यूचुअल फंड होते हैं, बहुत सारे कैटेगरीज होते हैं, कैसे चुनना है, क्या चुनना है, how many number of funds are right, how many should be there in a portfolio. So I'll be addressing a lot of these things through this journey, but I'll go one step back as to how we come to define certain goals or how the money behavior is. So money behavior also plays a very important part. And once money behavior is sorted, then investing behavior automatically gets sorted. So I'll give you with an example. So let us say for any person, whether आप salaried हो, business owner हो, whatever हो, ठीक है, तो आपके पास इनकम सोर्सेज क्या है? इट्स ओनली अ सैलरी, आइदर अ बिजनेस इनकम या कोई बोनस आता है. और ये सैलरी का होता क्या है या इनकम का होता क्या है? अर्निंग होती है, वो स्पेंडिंग में जाती है. स्पेंडिंग कहाँ जाती है? आपका घर का बिजली का बिल, your groceries, your taxes. If you have some home loan, it goes into EMI. If you have kids, it goes into their school fees, their other activities. If you have parents to take care of, unke medical expenses. So basically, there's a huge set of expenses for everybody at a different life stage. So जो बचता है, what do you do with it? You invest, and you invest with short-term goals and a long-term goals. Now, what are short-term goals? Short-term goals could be I want to buy a car in the next 2-3 years, or I want to take a solo trip across certain countries that I plan for. And there is long-term goals like children's education, which is very typical, children, your own retirement. So I'm not going into depth of that, but this is typically the behavior of any person. So उसको अगर मैं थोड़ा illustrate करूँ, तो ये अलग अलग टैंक्स में आता है. So ये एक टैंक आएगी which is your earning. So your spending goals, and this expenses goes to a tank which has a hole at the bottom. So यहाँ पे जैसे मैंने बोला, वो हर महीने बिजली का बिल, गैस का बिल, other fees, this that, it is going to go down. So after that you have to keep aside something which I call as a protection or safety. कि suppose there is some emergency situation, उतना आप उसमें से निकाल लेते हो. जो बचता है, the remaining goes for investing, and it goes for investing into two different buckets. One is short term and long term. Now, Himanshu, what should I do to these two buckets ताकि वो बढ़े? मैं इसमें और क्या ऐड कर सकता हूँ?
आई थिंक अगर बकेट्स में अगर देखें तो मैं तो यही बोलूंगा, कोई एडवाइजरी अच्छी सी ऐड कर लीजिए.
ओके. तो मैंने इसको कंपाउंडिंग वाला नल ऐड कर दिया. ठीक है. So now what I have done is what I am accumulating is compounding. So for a short-term part is also compounding, and the long-term part is also compounding. And the long-term part over 10 years, 20 years can compound to such an this thing that after a point of time, after retirement or after active employment, it can serve as your salary. So that is a separate topic which we'll take up probably in the next or the subsequent webinar. Once you have accumulated X amount in mutual funds, how that can be used to replace your salary and will last you for the rest of your life. But
absolutely, I think you can say the power of compounding itself is कि उसका result short term में कभी नहीं दिखता. I think the power of compounding beauty is, जो आपने हमें काफी बार समझाया भी है कि power of compounding की beauty ये रहती है कि at over the period, if you start investing small, eventually वो आज 10 years जो आज आप हमें बता रहे 20 lakh to 1 year and 10 years, वो compounding ही है. मतलब it's all about compounding. How your I think म्यूचुअल फंड का जो एक चीज जो हमने भी सीखी है, वो इट्स ऑल अबाउट डिसिप्लिन एंड डिसिप्लिन ऑफ इन्वेस्टिंग. बिकॉज कई बार क्या होता है, डिसिप्लिन छूट जाता है ऑफ इन्वेस्टिंग, एंड देन दिस डोंट अंडरस्टैंड बिकॉज उसकी वैल्यू वो कंपाउंडिंग में दिखेगी. सो आई थिंक वो भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर है कि लोग डिसिप्लिन रहे म्यूचुअल फंड्स में.
So more than discipline, Himanshu, one thing I have come across and as a personal experience I'd like to share with you कि भाई शुरू तो करो. Everybody knows. Right. but people don't start. I mean, I must have met somebody 6 months ago. I've given a plan. He start. No, I don't think it is right. First, you got to start somewhere. Once you start somewhere, the journey begins. As they say, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. Similarly, a journey towards big investment begins with your first SIP or first lump sum investment that you do. And that's what we are talking about now. So since we are clear that this is how your investing behavior should be, you separate your expenses, define your goals. Now let's see how typically people invest in mutual funds. So this is a graph. If in 2025 years ago I had started, my corpus would have grown, and over the next 10 years I would be having XYZ corpus with a SIP amount. ठीक है, SIP है, SIP चालू रहेगी आपकी SIP. Okay, that will be another chapter as to how SIP will help, and how we also in advisory SIP में कब कहाँ SIP कम ज़्यादा करनी है. That is also where Univest guides you. If today there is an SIP here, that is there. But suppose I am a person, I currently don't have money to do SIP because I have a lot of other commitments, right? But I have somehow last year I got a bonus या कुछ मैं कहीं से ये करके मेरे पास 20 लाख आए हैं. So I have 20 lakhs and I'm committing that irrespective whatever happens, this 20 lakhs is something which I want to target 1 crore over the next 10 years. I may or may not do other investments depending on other situations. If I'm able to do it well and good, I can grow further. But at least मुझे ये 20 लाख के 1 करोड़ तक का टारगेट करना है 10 साल में. How does that sound? Right? And I'm sure you must be knowing a lot of people in such a situation. कि ठीक है, वह अलग responsibility रहती है, तो हो सकता है they may not be able to commit, as you said, the discipline. But ठीक है, वो discipline may come maybe in 2 years, 3 years. But if not, I at least have some one corpus with me, which I'm committing कि आज यहाँ से शुरू करेंगे, 10 साल में अपन 1 करोड़ तक पहुंच जाएंगे. Right?
Makes
Right. ठीक है. So now this is the structure I have done. This structure is typically for someone with a conservative, or not a conservative but a medium risk investor. मतलब बहुत हाई रिस्क नहीं है कि पूरी तरह इक्विटी ये करे, एकदम कंजर्वेटिव भी नहीं है कि काफी सारा आप हाइब्रिड या डेट टाइप कैटेगरी भी करो. A medium investor which is an average investor, even an investor who has not yet started investing, उसके लिए भी ये suitable है. So anybody even with this kind of a risk profile, a medium risk profile, and this kind of a allocation, can he reach 10 crores over the next, can he reach 1 crore over the next 10 years? My bad. Right?
okay.
Okay. So आप देख रहे हो allocation.
So I think a lot of investors also reach out. Ki let's suppose I invest a lot of money in trading. I invest a lot of money in सारे resources में. I think mutual fund में जो हमारी एडवाइजरी है वो कैसे हेल्प कर रही है यूजर्स को. सो अब जैसे ये तो हो गया कि म्यूचुअल फंड वो इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए, हाउ टू ग्रो योर वेल्थ, बट हमारी एडवाइजरी उसमें क्या बेनिफिट दे पा रही है सर?
Okay. So basically, how many AMCs are there today in the Indian markets?
Sir, I do not have a clue on this primarily.
Okay, there are about 46 AMCs and that number is expected to touch
40-50 के बीच में, so that should be the number.
46 है आज and it's expected to cross 50 anytime. Same number was about 20-25 about 8-10 years back, and this number is only growing. अब इस सब में भी there are different categories of equity, which is your large cap, small cap, you have hybrid, you have debt, ये सब. So कुल मिला के there are literally thousands of choices in front of a subscriber, right? So in 1000 में से आपके risk profile से जो suitable है and which will help you eventually meet your target. So आपको target भी define करना है कि मैं क्यों कर रहा हूँ. The first part which I took is defining goal. That is important. अगर आपके पास goal नहीं है या कोई objective नहीं है, then you know what happens at some point you'll say कि okay, my money has grown so much, let me take it out, and then the compounding story is lost, the discipline is lost, and everything is lost, right? So one is we have to discipline, and we have different metrics, different research tools by which each of the portfolios is designed as per each risk profile. तो कंजर्वेटिव है उसके लिए इस तरह से स्ट्रक्चर है कि वो बेटर देन इन्फ्लेशन देगा रिटर्न्स over obviously the long term. And agar koi high risk investor hai so it will be an all equity this thing, and it will be rebalanced as and when required. So let's say after 1 year we find that there is there is a certain sector which is moving, we will ask the person to add that sectoral fund, and that sectoral fund will add alpha to that portfolio over the next couple of years. After that, let's say after the run of that sector, maybe it will move to a different sector. So there will be some kind of active management which will ensure that the person gets a higher return and is able to meet his goal earlier.
Okay.
Yeah. That is how the portfolio are designed. So the people who have subscribed, depending on their risk profile, they have seen their portfolio and they have started investing. Right. So coming back to this, let's go and see how this performs. So in this, I will again split it into two parts. One is, let's say there are two people. One goes with funds which are called fund A. One will go with funds which are called fund B. Okay, because there are different choices available across this thing. So मैंने split कर लिया आपको large cap है, mid cap है, small cap है, flexi cap है, etc. So let us see what happens to the performance. Now since we are in December, तो मैंने जो data निकाला है, that is as on December 24th, 2015. अगर उस point से किसी ने investing start की होती, so over next 10 years, what happens? So if you see the large cap, can you see the large cap?
Yes, yes, sir. The fund is visible, sir. Large cap. Please. आपने large cap A पे किया था.
हाँ. So large cap, if you see now, for viewers to understand, so we begin with 3 lakhs. At the end of the year, the return is 3.10 because the annual return is 3.32%. Similarly, so on and so forth, this goes. And at the end of 2025, which is 24th December 2025, this is the value of 3 lakhs. Similarly, if I go with a fund, which is called Fund B, okay, I've again put in 3 lakhs over here. Over here, I've got a better return than Fund A in the first year. I've got a better return in the first year, and towards the end, I'm having this. So do you see there is a difference between the two? But अगर आप देखोगे, for the first 5 years, which fund has performed better?
So I think I would go with large cap A. In first year, large cap B has performed, but over the cumulative 4-5 years, I think large cap B has performed better.
So you just asked me a question sometime back. So अगर आप यहाँ देखो तो for the first 5 years, it is Fund B which is the better performer.
Yeah, so Fund B is a better one.
So यहाँ पे, and almost every year it's been beating Fund A for the first 5 years.
Yes,
and
yes.
In the subsequent 5 years, it's the Fund A
that has. And eventually the final value, जो final value भी आप बता रहे हैं, उसमें 11,64,000 बन रहा है and 13,16,665.
Correct. Right. Now, this is without any kind of active management, which I'm showing you. But when it comes to an active management and review, after maybe the first 5 years, there is some indication that this is a better fund. So at this time, if I switch from Fund B to Fund A, at the end of 10 years, my return would be even higher. So I can actually optimize my return by continuous review. That is very important.
Got it. So, Ketan sir, I think quick few questions. एक तो जानना था कि let's suppose if I start investing 20 lakhs today, तो कोई specific funds हैं जो मुझे advisory में, मेरी MF advisory में मुझे पता चल सकते हैं कि हाँ इन fund में invest करेंगे तो मेरी value उतनी पहुंच सकती है. Does our MF advisory setting up goals and setting up risk profiling ये सब करके कर रहा है?
बिल्कुल. See, we are very careful कि आप जिस टाइप के इन्वेस्टर हो, आपको उसी तरह से फंड्स मिलने चाहिए. So once you are entering your data on the app, you are setting your goal. आपके risk profile. Suppose you are a fairly conservative investor and you panic if there is 5 to 7% correction in the market. Then I should not be suggesting you something which is aggressive for someone who जिसको टेंशन नहीं होता. अगर 10% भी मार्केट गिरे, वो बोलता नहीं ठीक है, मैं तो लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए 10% नीचे आया है, ये तो ऊपर जाएगा ही जाएगा. So depending on that, specifically designed to each kind of risk profile. Each basket is there, and proportion of each allocation is also different based on the risk profile, right? So again, coming back to this screen over here, so आपने देखा है यहाँ पे कि there are different returns. Now this is like in an Excel sheet format. Okay, what you are not able to see over here is something called as volatility. You want to see
Right.
what volatility looks like? So I've taken the fund A, I've plotted the
Yes, I think we've lost your voice. Yeah.
now can you hear me?
Yes, Ketan sir.
So now, do you see this volatility? This is the annual returns.
I
Now, if
think
you see the
Ketan,
first year was 3, next year
sir,
was
we've
a
lost
big
your
spike of
idea.
28%. Haji, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better, sir. It's better.
Yeah. Okay. So we started at 3%. It spiked up to 28. The next year it came down to 0.8. Then went up 7 point this thing. Then after 5 years, again it's gone up to 25, again down. So this is volatility, and this is something I wanted to show through this chart, that the volatility is something you have to be prepared for. It is not, जब लोग बोलते हैं ना कि
Right.
हर परसेंट 12% से रिटर्न कैलकुलेट करो तो आपका कॉर्पस इतना बढ़ेगा, ऐसा होता नहीं रियल लाइफ में. दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंस इन रियल लाइफ. You will have different returns every year, and these will be highly volatile. Now, a very interesting part, if you see here, is how many times has it given more than 20% return in the last 10 years, this fund?
सर सो आई थिंक जो आप बोल रहे हैं कि इन लास्ट 10 years में इस फंड ने काफी अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस दी है, क्योंकि अगर
So if
फर्स्ट 5 years को छोड़ दे.
mm, I'm saying that if I look at a 10-year performance, how many times has it given more than 20%? 3 times.
इन द फाइव. Yes, sir.
And how many times has it given less than 10%?
Majority of the
5 times. Haji?
times.
So let me break it down for you.
5 times.
5 times it has given less than 10%, and 3 times it's given more than 20%. But yet what was my base value, which is 3 lakhs, over 10 years it's gone up to 13 lakhs, which is more than 4 times.
तो सर जो क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं हम क्विकली वो हैं, सो दैट कुछ कस्टमर्स के क्वेश्चंस हैं. आई जस्ट वांट टू जॉइन, आई हैव जस्ट जॉइन प्रो यूनिवेस्ट एंड वांट टू टेक म्यूचुअल फंड. सर प्लीज आप संतोष जी बात कर रहे हैं. संतोष जी आप support@uniapps.club पे हमें लिख सकते हैं. ऑल्सो प्लीज नोट, म्यूचुअल फंड ऐप पे ही अवेलेबल है, आप उसकी एडवाइजरी ले सकते हैं. व्हाट इज देयर इन म्यूचुअल फंड एडवाइजरी, मैं और केतन सर उसको एक्सप्लेन कर देते हैं. जैसे केतन सर ने बड़ी ब्यूटीफुली हमें एक्सप्लेन किया कि हम कौन से फंड्स लें, वो सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. देखो आज जैसे उन्होंने बोला, आज 46 एएमसीज हैं. आज इतनी एएमसीज हैं कि हमें भी नहीं पता कौन सी राइट है कौन सी रॉन्ग है इन टर्म्स. सो आई गिव अ ब्रीफ एग्जांपल अबाउट माई सेल्फ, हमारी ऑडियंस को. मैंने रफली आज की डेट में 13 फंड्स में इन्वेस्ट किया है. बट क्या वो 13 फंड्स मेरे लिए बेनिफिशियल हैं? नहीं. आज की डेट में भी वही जो प्रॉब्लम स्टॉक फ्यूचर ऑप्शन कमोडिटीज में रह रही है, वो सेम चीज प्रॉब्लम आज म्यूचुअल फंड में भी है. वो प्रॉब्लम ये हो सकती है कि आपने किस फंड में डाला है, क्या वो वैल्यू क्रिएट कर रहा है कि नहीं. So that is again a bigger problem to solve than where my fund am I keep putting my SIP, keep putting my आप उसमें फंड्स अपने इन्वेस्ट करते जा रहे हैं. सो जो एडवाइजरी का कोर फोकस रहेगा वो रहेगा पहले आपकी रिस्क प्रोफाइलिंग करके. रिस्क प्रोफाइलिंग, किस तरीके का रिस्क एबिलिटी है आपका. गोल सेटिंग जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, जो केतन सर और हमने हमेशा डिस्कस करी है. आपका गोल क्या है, आप किस गोल पर्पस के लिए कर रहे हैं. इट कुड बी एन एक्स, इट कुड बी वाई, इट कुड बी जी. फॉर मी कुड बी बिल्डिंग फॉर अ रिटायरमेंट प्लान, फायर प्लान जो आजकल बहुत ज्यादा चल रहा है. सो इट कुड बी फॉर दैट, जो आप उसके लिए बना सकते हैं. रिस्क प्रोफाइलिंग पहले यूनिवेस्ट के एमएफ के प्लेटफॉर्म पे कैप्चर हुआ जाता है. उसके बाद जाके आपको एक बास्केट ऑफ म्यूचुअल फंड्स दिखाते हैं। क्या मैं सही कह रहा हूँ केतन सर? बास्केट ऑफ म्यूचुअल
बिल्कुल
फंड्स दिखाते हैं।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
उन बास्केट्स में हर के लिए अलग होगी। तो केतन सर क्या आपकी अलग होगी और मेरी अलग होगी? सेम तो नहीं हो सकती।
नो, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द रिस्क प्रोफाइल दे आर डिफरेंट।
Absolutely. Depending on the risk profile, it's completely different because risk ability मेरी और केतन सर की could be different. मेरी goal setting and केतन sir की would be different. MF basket will be different. Now केतन sir, the point is, if MF basket को अगर हम जो choose कर रहे हैं, क्या इन basket से मेरा 20 लाख to 1 CR का सपना पूरा हो सकता है?
बिल्कुल हो सकता है।
ओके,
उसके लिए आपको
क्योंकि
पहली
इन
चीज क्या करनी है?
या
पहली चीज शुरू तो करनी है। आप शुरू कर रहे हैं तभी आप
एग्जैक्ट
जा पाओगे।
फेयर इनफ, फेयर इनफ।
Yeah.
पहली चीज शुरू करनी, दूसरी चीज एडवाइजरी लेनी।
Yeah.
एडवाइजरी में आप अपने रिस्क और गोल प्रोफाइलिंग करते हैं एंड उसके बाद जाके मैं अपना अमाउंट, सो आई आई वुड वांट यूजर्स टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हमने कैलकुलेटर भी डेवलप किया हुआ है हमारे यूजर्स के लिए ऑन द ऐप, वेयर इफ दे पुट एन अमाउंट कैन दे सी दैट कि मेरा कितना बन सकता है आफ्टर कंपाउंडिंग।
Yes, they can. And उसमें दिया है कितना परसेंटेज से वो एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं। Okay, you are saying something. I just want to touch upon a certain points. Once people go to the mutual fund app, sometimes people find it very tedious कि KYC करा रहे हैं, risk profiling करा रहे हैं, तो they find कि ये सब क्यों करा रहे हैं. But whether we like it or not, this is all mandated by SEBI. That if I'm recommending mutual funds to someone, I have to recommend the mutual fund as per that person's risk profile only. So this is a part of a standard process which is set by SEBI and is mandatory. So if this is become a deterrent कि बहुत सारा steps है, ये information मांग रहे वो that is not because we want it. It is due to compliance reason, and SEBI in safeguarding the investors has made sure that we don't recommend the wrong funds to the wrong people.
Got it. Fair enough, sir. I think fair point. I think कुछ questions एक और आए हैं कि sir, selecting a good flexi cap focused fund and monitoring them, it will not solve the concern. What about tax implications of frequently switching sectoral fund? I think sir, tax के implication की बात करना चाह रहे हैं कि अगर मैं sectoral fund बार बार switch करता हूँ तो tax implication की क्या रहेगा उसका?
Okay, so let me touch upon the tax aspect also a bit. So basically, as you're aware, there are two types of taxes, which is your short-term gains. So any units, if you are holding them for less than 12 months, there is a short-term capital gains on it, which is 20% of the profits. Okay, and अगर आप 12 months के पहले बेचते हो, so there is also something called as exit load, which is put by the AMCs. So you lose 1 more percent because of the exit load. Okay, now
Got it.
So, which is why any mutual fund should be held for at least 1 year to avoid short-term capital gains. Similarly, if I go for long-term capital gains, I have to hold it for at least 1 year plus. So, मुझे obviously I get that 1.25 lakh का benefit. So, उसके अंदर है तो I don't pay taxes. उसके ऊपर कुछ है तो I pay that 12.5% on the gains. Now, as a educational part, अगर मैं SIP चालू करता हूँ और SIP 1 साल तक रखता हूँ, that doesn't mean that it is not taxable, because until the last SIP completes 1 year, only then that whole investment is considered as a long-term investment. So if I start an SIP and after 1 year stop it and think कि अभी मैंने 1 साल तक ही इन्वेस्ट किया है तो मेरे को मतलब 1 साल हो गया है तो मेरे को शॉर्ट टर्म नहीं लॉन्ग टर्म लगेगा, नो, it is from the date of investment 1 year होना चाहिए minimum for every investment to be considered long term. So one has to look at that. Plus अगर कोई फंड स्विच कर रहा है, एक तो मैं बोलूंगा 1 साल से पहले करना भी नहीं चाहिए, एंड सेकंड स्विच करके अपने हिसाब से आप टैक्स इम्प्लीकेशंस देख के वो करना चाहिए, because sometimes the cost opportunity cost is greater than the cost of paying the taxes. So even after paying a certain taxes, it might be a good opportunity to switch. So yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I'm back. So sorry for the connection issues. Right.
Yeah. So I explained that the long-term capital gain, short-term implication, and you have to see that, and that can be taken only at that point of time Is it really beneficial to pay taxes and switch to a different fund? Sometimes it may be a yes, sometimes it may be a no. So वो category specific, case specific ही call लेना पड़ेगा.
ओके, गॉट इट.
Yeah.
थैंक यू सो मच केतन सर. आई थिंक किसी ने पूछा कल का मार्केट कैसा रहेगा. सर हम म्यूचुअल फंड के बारे में बता रहे हैं. मार्केट का आज
सर कल 1 करोड़ तक तो पहुंचे यहाँ पे. हमने जो
ना
चालू की है. So
नहीं,
we
मार्केट कैसा रहेगा, एक कस्टमर का क्वेश्चन था तो मैं उनको बता रहा था. सर आज वेबिनार निफ्टी पे नहीं है, बट आई थिंक अगर यूनिवेस्ट के साथ रहेंगे तो सर मार्केट का आई थिंक लास्ट 3-4 डेज आई थिंक जो जब भी मार्केट मंडे ट्यूसडे वेडनेसडे, आई थिंक कल भी हमने 7 प्रॉफिट बुक कराए, उससे पहले 7, उससे पहले 11, एंड आई थिंक ऑप्शंस में तो हमने कमाल ही कर दिया. 49%, 22% ये सारे कॉल्स दिए. तो आप घबराइए मत. कल स्टे ट्यून्ड रहिए मार्केट के लिए. बाकी आई थिंक ये इन्फॉर्मेशन बहुत जरूरी है कि मार्केट के साथ साथ अपने डाइवर्सिफाई करने के लिए, अपने रिस्क डाइवर्सिफाई करने के लिए आपको म्यूचुअल फंड में भी इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए. सो आई थिंक 20 लाख टू 1 CR की जर्नी बहुत जरूरी है. यस केतन सर. केतन सर, आई थिंक फ्यू क्वेश्चंस जो आ रहे हैं हमारे पास कि हम आपकी एडवाइजरी लेते हैं तो हमें बास्केट्स जो दिखेंगी, अभी क्या हम इन्वेस्टिंग ऐप से कर सकते हैं? तो सो सॉरी, अभी इन्वेस्टिंग आप ऐप से नहीं कर सकते, पर बहुत जल्द हम वो लेके आ रहे हैं. आप टेंशन मत लीजिए, हमारी वर्किंग ऑन दैट. सो आप बहुत जल्द इन्वेस्टिंग भी हमारे ऐप से कर पाएंगे. बट मोर इंपॉर्टेंट आज की डेट में ये जरूरी है, जो हमारे लिए बहुत जरूरी था हमारे कस्टमर्स के लिए लॉन्च करना, वो ये था कि उनको एडवाइजरी के अंदर जो गैप्स दिख रहे हैं, जो बेसिकली आज म्यूचुअल फंड्स के सिर्फ जो कॉमन प्रॉब्लम्स हैं जो कस्टमर्स फेस करते हैं बिल्डिंग दिस जर्नी फ्रॉम 20 लाख टू 1 CR, उसमें सबसे कॉमन प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं राइट सेट ऑफ म्यूचुअल फंड्स आइडेंटिफाई करना. क्या मैं सही कह रहा हूँ?
correct. So which is why when I started this, I have
राइट
how many funds have you chosen for this journey right now that we are doing?
सर, 7 to 8.
No, we've chosen only 5.
ग्रेट. सो इट मींस
If I go
और हम वी आर गोइंग वेरी नैरो इन टर्म्स ऑफ कि हमारे जो चॉइस ऑफ फंड्स वुड बी वेरी
Great.
मिनिमल.
So 5 large cap, mid cap, small cap, flexi cap, hybrid. That's it. So even with 5 funds, you can achieve is what we are checking. See, let me put it this way. कई portfolios होते हैं which are 20 funds, 30 funds. Now, 20, that people think it is diversification, but actually it diminishes returns. So let me give you an example. If you have 10 mutual funds equally distributed, so and one fund is giving you 50% or 40% in 1 year, how much is that contributing to your overall return?
Got it. Got it.
Right.
And sir, Ketan sir, I think मैं as an individual, I invest a lot in mutual funds. तो मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है मेरा 13 mutual funds में है. Is it the right portfolio mix to have? क्या मेरे 13 funds बहुत ज्यादा हैं? कैसे हैं? Like मैं इसी वेबिनार के दौरान अपना पर्सनल क्वेश्चन भी पूछ रहा हूँ, बट
इसके लिए अगला वेबिनार. So we've already selected 2 more topics for the next webinars. One we did once you generate a corpus, how you can generate income from it, and secondly, what is the right number of funds to have. We'll definitely cover this. What is the right number? Because it's not only right number of funds, whether the right number of funds is aligned to your risk profile also. So दोनों चीजें इसमें कवर होनी चाहिए कि राइट भी होना चाहिए और आपके लिए रिस्क प्रोफाइल के हिसाब से भी राइट होनी चाहिए. So definitely that's one topic we'll take up in subsequent webinars.
got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
I think
So,
चीज जाकर क्वेश्चन है. सी यस सर, एक क्वेश्चन है. सी आई कैन इन्वेस्ट इन ऑल 44 AMC एंड एवरेज एंड गेट गुड रिटर्न्स. वही कह रहे कि मैं सब में 44 AMC में इन्वेस्ट करके एवरेज आउट करके गुड रिटर्न्स बना सकता हूँ. आपका सर ये बता, हमारे पास मैसेज आया है सर.
So the more you diversify, the more you diminish your returns.
Got it.
Because आप 44 में करोगे तो चलो मैं उसको राउंड ऑफ 50 भी कर देता हूँ. What is your percentage investment in each? 2%.
Right.
So 50 items of 2% जहाँ पे स्प्रेड है, आपको क्या ही रिटर्न मिलेगा? Versus if I have 10 and 10 में से each is giving me a substantial return, that contribution is much higher. Plus there is also something called overlap. अगर आप सारे 44 या 50 करते हो not all funds are unique. So some funds are very similar to the other composition wise. So that is again, like I said, fund overlaps is a different topic I'll take. Right now, I'd like to get back to reaching 1 crore. We are only halfway through in our journey here. Should I proceed with that? Then we'll take the question once we reach 1 crore.
Got it. Makes sense. Makes sense. I think makes sense. Biswajit Jha का question आया है. I have F&O stock and basket loyalty plan, but I want to remove. Sir, आप एक बार आपको team reach out कर लीजिए कि आप support at uniapps.club पे हमें mail कर दीजिए. So I would request कि आप उस पे mail कर दीजिए and we will take up from there. We'll try to help you. Great, great. I think very important, sir, जो आपने आज point अभी raise किया है. So most importantly, I think final key takeaways अगर मैं बताऊं तो final key takeaways अगर आप 5 pointers में sum up करना चाहते हैं हमारे users के लिए. A, why they should take Univest mutual fund advisory. Why it is important to invest in mutual funds. And जो आपने अभी points raise करे, you know, this is a journey that they should carve out path to 20 lakhs to 1 CR. प्लीज इसके बारे में थोड़ा फाइनल की टेकअवेज में अगर आप बता सकें.
So we are not even halfway through. We just seen large cap A or B. Now I'll go to your mid cap A and B. If I've chosen two different funds, mid cap A and B. So what I see over here is somewhat similar story what we had in large cap funds.
Right.
That for the first 5 years, the fund B did better, and next 5 years, the fund A did better. What is the difference between the returns over here? Is a good 5 lakhs. So my allocation of 4 lakhs has turned to 24 lakhs here, and my allocation of 4 lakhs has turned to 20 lakhs here, which for both it's good. Both have multiplied how many times? 5 times.
5 times.
5 times plus is so, which is a good benchmark. But yet one can, so which is why fund selection is very important, because the difference is stark. You know. So again, I'll go to the next one. So we quickly move across this. So again, you have small cap fund A and B. Here you see the small cap 4 lakhs is allotted, and which is turned to 23. Over here 4 lakhs is allotted, which is turned to 18 point something.
Right.
Then I go to the next category. See, this is too number heavy, so I'm quickly running through it.
Yeah.
Flexi cap fund, which is one of the most favorite categories. So I've taken one of the better performing flexi cap funds A and B both. So you can see one has gone from 5 lakhs to 26 lakhs. The other has gone from 5 lakhs to 21 lakhs over the period of time. Similarly, but अगर मैं ये fund को देखूं, now if you see over here again, fund B has been positive for the last continuous journey of 10 years, while fund A has given a negative return in 1 year. But overall the return on fund A is still higher. So कई बार ऐसा होता है एक fund may give a year of underperformance, but that doesn't mean कि well next year it bounces back with a 27% return.
Got it.
So वो भी होता है, वो भी देखना होता है. There are many other metrics which we see in deciding funds. So these are all different aspects I'm showing कि अगर एक 10 year की journey है, at different stages what do we need to see, how we need to evaluate, when to change, all those things are there. Now if I go, so यही flexi cap की मैं अगर graphically निकालूं इसकी journey, so for started at 3 point this thing. Now see the volatility. Same, the year it gave 31.96. Next year it fell to -6, and then it bounced to 27 again. So certain funds do exhibit this kind of behavior, and just see the kind of ride you would have to go through to get those kind of returns, and stay invested through the whole journey mostly to get this kind of returns.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
No.
So, Haji. So I'll go to the next one, which is the balanced advantage fund, because since we are doing a medium risk investor in this consideration, so usne started with 4 lakhs, a balanced advantage fund, which is a mix of equity and debt. So the return over here comes to 16.59 lakhs, and in fund B it comes to 12.83 lakhs. So आपने अलग अलग फंड्स देखे, अलग अलग इसमें देखे कि फंड्स का बिहेवियर अलग है. Some perform well for the first 5 years, while the other perform well in the next 5 years. So over here since it's a flat and a very simple way to this thing it, but in an actual life, every year it will be reviewed, and then depending, maybe say after 3 years, 4 years, funds would be changed. Now that this whole process is over the different funds, हिमांशु टेल मी कि अगर कोई फंड ए में होता और कोई फंड बी में होता, would both have made 1 crore plus, or would both not have made 1 crore plus?
I think both could have made 1 crore plus. So there are two parts to it. One is the timing. How soon you can reach 1 crore club. Is that also the point? कि अगर आप बैलेंस ए में है, अगर आज आप मुझे उसका
balance, I'm talking about all. See, he has this thing of each, right? So a lot. See, the risk, its allocation is the asset allocation is large cap में इतना. So सब मिला के जो A part में अगर सारे funds लिए मैंने और B part के सारे funds लिए, तो who has reached 1 crore or have both reached 1 crore?
सर, so in terms of अगर आप मुझसे पूछेंगे तो percentage wise, so percentage wise annual return अगर आप देखें तो 11.47 balance B का आ रहा है. And
no, you're confusing. I'm not talking only about this thing. I'm talking about if I go through the whole this thing again, right from this part. So large cap A, mid cap A and B, so on and so forth. So
right.
If someone who's gone for A and someone who's gone for
Okay.
B, yeah.
Okay, so I would say A.
So A has reached and B has also reached, or
B would reach, but it will take some time.
So according to you, B has not reached.
B has not. If I compare both, B has not reached, A has reached, as per my understanding till now.
Okay, but what if both have reached?
So that's what.
And is there a possibility that both have not reached?
It could be both. Yeah, sir. That could be also there. Both can we have that a possibility that both cannot reach?
Okay, so let me run you through this now. The numbers are in front of you.
Got it.
So who's reached?
A.
And now do you see the difference? How much of a difference is there in the overall target?
Right.
The target was to reach 1 crore using that 20 lakhs over next 10 years. While if you're in the right funds, which is the funds A, you've crossed 1 crore already in 10 years. While if you're fund B, you are behind by 16 lakhs, which is why fund selection is very important. Fund selection ये सबसे important होता है. अगर आप, if you are not in the right performing funds, then you are not able to reach your target. या तो it will take you longer to reach your target.
Very well explained, Ketan sir. Very well explained. So I think मेरा भी
graphically explain कि कितना difference है हर एक इसमें हर एक fund का.
Very well. I think तो मेरा फंड A है, तो मैं assume करूँ कि मेरे फंड्स भी A हैं जो मैंने चूज किया है. So I think very important sir जो आपने भी बोला कि right fund to choose है, because जो वैसे as an outlook when you were describing, I also realized that B would take a lot of time. B would take a lot of time.
I am not saying that B didn't make returns. B made returns, but he fell short of that objective of 1 crore.
No, so I think sir prominently जो question है वो यही है. A lot of people think कि मेरे रिटर्न्स बन रहे हैं इसमें, मतलब मेरा XIR आ रहा है, मेरा एनुअल रिटर्न बन रहा है, मेरे को मेरा पोर्टफोलियो ठीक दिख रहा है. So is it a good metric to track? But I feel in advisory this is not the good metric to track. The good metric to track is how fast you can reach your goal, because at the end of the day आपका goal अगर X है और उसको अगर आपको reach करना है, X could be any amount, अगर वो faster हो रहा है, so that's where the advisory role plays in, right, Ketan sir?
Correct. I think मैंने आपको एक example बोला ना कि A एक path था, B एक path था,
right?
हाँ, आप A follow करते, because let's say A was a guided advisory who was the right kind of funds that reached as per the plan इसमें. B didn't reach over there, but I would still give some marks to B. Why?
Because it did make returns.
No, because he stuck to a 10-year journey and reached somewhere at least. Problem is जो journey start ही नहीं होती. मेरी तकलीफ वहाँ है, लोग journey start ही नहीं करते.
Got it. And that's why when you said, sir, कि obviously it did make returns. It did make some money.
So he will take probably a little longer because he's not in the distance. Maybe he comes and consults somebody. Next 2 years, he may be able to touch 1 crore if he's able to, adjust it to the right funds from this point onwards. So he's reached somewhere, but he's still short a bit. While A has been bang on right through the journey.
Absolutely, absolutely, sir. So I think बहुत important है. So I think very well explained. I think it sums up all the questions that everyone
And
has.
Himanshu, let me tell you, this was from medium kind of an investor. अगर कोई aggressive investor है, the equity allocation would be different. Probably 8 साल में भी हो सकता था ये. बट ये मैं अब देखिए मीडियम दिस थिंग की जो इनएक्सपीरियंस्ड है, फर्स्ट टाइम स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, उसकी ऑन अ मीडियम रिस्क जर्नी वो भी रीच कर सकता है. सो ये
Got it,
आपके ऊपर है कि आप कितना रिस्क ले सकते हो, कितना फास्ट पहुंचना चाहते हो, आपका गोल क्या है. इट्स ऑल इन योर हैंड्स.
got it.
या
Got it. Makes sense. So I think sum up करते हैं सर. जो sum
या
up हम कर रहे हैं वो ये है कि a lot of it is dependent heavily on like what we say mutual fund सही है start करना चाहिए. Most importantly is right fund.
या
आपको अगर right fund की guidance है so you can definitely build more on returns. And जो अभी जो केतन सर ने magic दिखाया, I would rather say that this is not a magic, this is a magic of or advantage to have an advisory. सो जो आपकी कॉस्ट
जब
बहुत ही
कोई मैजिक नहीं है, आप करो आप भी देखेंगे. इट इज समथिंग व्हिच एवरी पर्सन कैन सी.
कम है.
But that 10 years discipline, staying invested 10 years, taking the right guidance at the right time, that is all that is required.
एब्सोल्युटली. एंड सर वही मैं आपको बताना चाह रहा था जो भी आपने बोला कि आई थिंक इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू बी इन्वेस्टेड इन द राइट फंड्स और वो एडवाइजरी की जरूरत पड़ेगी. तो आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट एवरीवन टू टुडे
So I've written a few lines over here. I'm not going to say them out each line by line, but one of the most important lines I wish to say is this: review of funds is very essential. Worst thing in mutual fund investing is to be invested in underperforming funds for years together. That's why a yearly review is a must and guidance is necessary.
सो एक क्वेश्चन है सर. आई थिंक
Now we can take questions since we've been able to clear out that it is very much possible for even a medium investor also to reach 1 crore with 20 lakhs, provided you start the journey as soon as possible.
सो
हाँ
सर
जी.
क्वेश्चन आया है कि वेदर दे वुड बी रीबैलेंसिंग ऑफ एमएफ बास्केट, मतलब एमएफ बास्केट में भी रीबैलेंसिंग होगी, समथिंग लाइक दैट.
So that will be based on situations, and like I said, key constant change is also not good. So depending, suppose a fund after a certain point of time, I'm not defining a time, we find that it is underperforming, yes, it will be replaced.
Got it. Got it. Fair
Or
enough.
if an addition of a sectoral fund or some other banking kind of fund, which is poised to do well in the next couple of years. So for the next couple of years, that fund will also be added to the basket. All those possibilities are there, which will basically enhance your return.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Makes sense. Makes sense. Got it. I think quick few another question. Your advisory can help in selection of funds, but what about the behavior of investor? So I think very valid question. I think वो कहना चाह रहे हैं कि behavior of investor कैसे govern कर सकते हैं हम. तो I think Ketan sir, any answer to this?
Yeah. So behavior is you have to follow the plan. What plan has been defined, and we are always there to help. I'm sure the lot of our team members who they can reach out to in terms of doubt. Now I'll just give you a case which happened in my past history, so to say. I have been into this advisory thing for quite some time now. So after the fall in COVID in March, lot of people used to panic and call and say कि अब मैं क्या करूँ, बेच दूँ क्या. And my advice to them at that time was do nothing, because आप ऐसे point पे हो कि यहाँ से market भाग गया तो you will regret, and यहाँ से और नीचे जाने का ये नहीं है. But just speaking to me and by me saying कि भाई अभी कुछ मत करो helped a lot, which people then started thanking me after a year or two. हाँ, आपसे उस वक्त बात नहीं की होती तो शायद मैं पैनिक में बेच देता था. So coming back to consult us, seek our advice. कि भाई I am feeling this, and I'm sure we have the whole team who's ready to help out there also.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Makes sense. Makes sense. I think very well explained. जो हमारे customers का भी reaction आ रहा है. I think customers को जो जानना था उन्हें मिल गया कि where is the right set of fund to invest in, why advisory is required, how fast you can reach your goal, how fast you can track your goals. That's the most important thing. Requesting everyone to take Univest MF advisory, mutual fund advisory today. As the prices go up 2x, आज जो कम प्राइस है वो आपको ज्यादा मिलेगा. Loyalty plans are cakewalk. प्लीज इसको आज लीजिए, आपको लॉयल्टी प्लान बहुत ही इजीली अफोर्डेबल प्राइस पे मिल रहे हैं। केतन सर, लॉयल्टी प्लान इंट्रोड्यूस करने का एक ही मकसद था, बिकॉज म्यूचुअल फंड इन्वेस्टिंग इज फॉर अ लॉन्ग टर्म।
करेक्ट।
इट इज अ जर्नी, इट इज नॉट अ, इट्स अ ट्रेडिंग माइंडसेट है नहीं, वो इन्वेस्टिंग माइंडसेट है। हेंस वी हैड बिल्ट आउट अ लॉयल्टी प्लान। एंड इसलिए मेरे को ऐसे लगता है कि आज हर यूजर को जो म्यूचुअल फंड में लेना चाहता है, प्लीज एडवाइजरी के साथ साथ आप हमारी लॉयल्टी प्लान लीजिए।
I would only say one thing, आप जर्नी शुरू तो करो, take the first step. We are there to guide you through the rest of the journey, but please take that first step.
मेक सेंस। आई थिंक काफी पुश कर रहे हैं केतन सर की जर्नी के ऊपर। स्टार्ट करिए। आई थिंक अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल वुड स्टार्ट द जर्नी टुडे, केतन सर, और इफ नॉट टुमारो।
एक्सक्यूजेस तो बहुत होते हैं, मतलब आई एम जस्ट शेयरिंग दिस फ्रॉम एक्सपीरियंस। अरे आज मार्केट ऑल टाइम हाई है, अब कहाँ से जर्नी चालू करें, इसके बाद तो थोड़ा नीचे जाएगा तब चालू करते हैं। दोज आर ऑल एक्सक्यूजेस। इफ देयर इज अ जर्नी, सी इफ आई एम स्टार्टिंग जर्नी, आई डोंट नो कि अगले 6 महीने मार्केट 10% ऊपर जाएगा या नीचे जाएगा। मेरी जर्नी तो अगले 5-10 साल की है, तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है? आई हैव टू स्टार्ट नाउ।
राइट, राइट।
And believe me, if I start now, after 1 year, I get a confidence कि okay, this is how my journey has been. After 2 years, that confidence level is different. And after 5 years, you'll be sitting with me and discussing at a different level. But you have to go through that.
Absolutely, you are right, sir. I think very important point that you've shared. It is important to start, and I think our customers would definitely do that. So, ठीक है. Thank you so much, Ketan sir. And next week another webinar with another topic, with another
Yeah, I
insight.
think we already defined some topics which you can take. So definitely we'll work on those. And
Done, sir.
I hope everybody had a fairly insightful session. And I'll be glad to host more such sessions in future. And thank you, Himanshu, also.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your time and giving insightful discussion. I think thank you so much everyone for joining this webinar. As Ketan sir has said, start to karo, mutual fund sahi hai. Thank you so much everyone. Thank you so much.